I'm fascinated with advertising on radio, pre-television, because talk about utilizing the theater of the mind. I'm fascinated because, again, when you listen to these radio commercials that were going on in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, because radio, television came around in the 50s, but I don't think it was in every living room until the 60s. So it took a while for people to get off the radio. So people were still listening to the radio. But my point is the advertising that you hear is a true, it's a true window shield into what people were doing and what they cared about in the 30s, 40s, and in the 50s. Here, I'll give you an example. This is I went through a lot of commercials to play one, but I just, some of these cigarette commercials just make me laugh. Bob, check this. This is an L&M. Remember the cigarette L&M?
Liggett and Myers. Yes.
Is that what it stands for? Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. All right, here's an L&M radio commercial from the late 40s, early 50s.
Do you mind if I light a cigarette?
Why don't you live modern? Have an L&M.
Enjoy the full, exciting flavor of modern living. Smoke L&M through the modern miracle of L&M's Pure White Miracle Tip. Pure white inside, pure white outside, comes full and exciting tobacco flavor. L&M tastes richer, smokes cleaner, draws easier. So light up, free up, let your taste come alive.
Make today your big red letter day and start to live the modern way. Live modern. Get L&M today.
Got to have the big finish, Bob. Got to have the big finish with the jazz hands. Get your. They make it sound like smoking an L&M makes it a red letter day.
Yeah, and some of the cigarette commercials would have doctor's endorsement that so-and-so doctor says less irritation from throat irritation from this particular brand. And they were serious. And
they had white coats in there with Pall Malls in their hand. I smoke Pall Mall. That's
Dragnet was a big one as well for those type of commercials, and they would always have Jack Webb at the end saying, well, I smoke Fatima, shouldn't you? And he would go on and on. Well, it turns out, ironically, Jack Webb died of lung cancer. So
just the facts, man. That's horrible.
Yeah. right.
He later became famous on TV because he was.
He did Emergency.
Yes, I remember that. But before that, didn't he do a show before? What was the show he did?
He did. The
detective show, The Cop. He was a detective, right?
Jack Webb. Was Dragnet.
Yes, Dragnet. That's what I was trying to think of.
Dragnet. Yep.
Yeah, because that started on radio too, no?
Yes, that did indeed start on radio again in the late 40s, toward the end of the golden era of radio. And by the late 40s, they did have some televisions being marketed, but there weren't too many stations on the air at that time. So if you lived in a rural area, you probably just had a radio and nothing else.